what's happened, it's about what happens next. And I just want to share a couple of thoughts around this. So questions for all of you. Do you know your why? I've been asking a few of you as I come around the room tonight. Do you know your why? Do you know what I mean by that? Do you know why you joined Avon?
Yes.
And it's not just because the district manager chased you down the street. Okay, so it's more about every one of you. I've asked many of you tonight, why did you join Avon? And very different reasons. One lady said that she was just about to retire and wanted to actually something to do. Somebody else, it was a real financial crisis, and it was the moment I wanted to join. And somebody else was, you know what, it's just fun. My Avon lady locally stopped and I took over her business. So there's a whole different load of reasons of why you join. The thing is though, 6 months later, 12 months later, it's very different, and the reason might be different again because your life's changed. And as well as that, I did ask the lady who 1 year after retiring and taking this on has now got 77 customers and loves it. So her why is very different from what it was 12 months ago when she joined. So for me, that's what this is all about. So you need to know why you're here. Why did you leave your home tonight and be here? Why do you love Avon? Because if you understand that, it really drives you forward and you enjoy it even more. So another question you might think I'm crazy about. Are you a survivor or a history maker?
History maker.
Well, actually, someone said to me earlier, who was it? I'm just looking around who said it. I think he was saying that. How you doing? And the answer was survivor. We say that, by the way, so often in life, don't we? How you doing? Oh, I'm surviving. You know, it's like the way we just talk about life without a difficult moment. And I think for me, the question about being a history maker, I've got a different viewpoint on this. And it happened because of my dad recently. But if I look at the images on here, Steve Jobs, Nelson Mandela, everyone thinks to make history you have to change the world. Well, I've got a different viewpoint on that. So, this is my dad, right? Now, my dad's 5'9", I'm 6'1", and he told me I wasn't adopted. I believe in a trusting guy, right? But this photograph was taken back at Christmas. We go home every year. I live back in Liverpool, in the UK, that's where I'm originally from. And my dad owned a bar when I grew up. So I grew up over the bar, we lived over the bar, and from a very young age he taught me about customer service and working with people. And he's a working class, hard-working guy. And he's retired now, so I went back at Christmas and he sat me down and he said, okay, you've now moved to New York after being in Canada and being in Chicago, your life's changed again, how's it going? Tell me what you're doing. And I described all this. I described about traveling around the country, meeting amazing people, talking about amazing products and amazing company, and just having an amazing time. And he said to me, do you know you're creating history for the family? I'm like, what do you mean? I don't understand. And he's like, no one in the family has ever done what you are doing with their children or with themselves. And it made me think, because I never thought about it as history. And what it shows for me is, history is not about changing the world, it's about changing the world around you. So what I urge you to do is think about your life. Think about your children, your grandchildren, think about your parents and your grandparents. I guarantee you're doing something that your parents never did, that your grandparents never did. I guarantee your children will go on and do things that you've never done, and the same with your grandchildren. And that's making history, by the way. So think about that, because sometimes you don't think about the small things in life that actually make a difference. You think you have to change the world and do crazy things. It's not, it's the simple things and simple steps that make a meaningful life. So I just urge that with you and share that with you, because that was enlightenment for me, when my father taught me back in December. So do you have a happy plan?
Yes.
That's two people. Has any of you got a dream board? Do you have a dream board? Yes. I don't have a dream board because I dream about being James Bond, and that's never going to happen. There's dreams and there's goals, you know what I mean? So I call it a happy plan. And I'll share with you this one again, just an example from this year. We moved to New York, scary world, right? If you come from the north of England, you go to New York world, and that's like, wow, right? It's off the charts. So the children go straight into school as they do, I mean, make friends. But me and my wife, it's a bit like, what are we going to do? And we were feeling a bit unsettled, not really settling into the local community. So what can we do that will actually help us relax a little bit and get into our routine and help us feel at home? So we actually did, these are pictures I took off the internet. I sat down with my wife and said, what 3 or 4 things can we do in the next month or so that will help us relax? So, first things first, the soccer in the middle. My 2 boys play soccer. I've got 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls. My 2 boys got them into the local soccer team. And that's great for us, get them to watch soccer, you get to meet the parents, and it just gets into your routine. My youngest daughter loves ballet, so got into ballet classes again. My wife then met some of the mums, so it helps yourself. My eldest daughter's got Facebook. What else does she need? So then the one on the far left is, if my wife's Scottish, my house back at home is in Scotland. So what's Scotland known for weather-wise? Rain. Right? So for the first 40 years of my life, I lived in rain. So I come over here and I get a summer. You've been born and raised now. You have no idea, right? Being able to sit outside and eat is a big deal in your life, right? So basically from April through November, I don't live inside at all, right? I stay outside. So we moved to a new house and we're going to make the deck nice because we're going to spend a lot of time on it. So this is not my deck. It's a picture I took off the internet and said, let's buy some chairs, let's get the pots going and make the deck nice. Within the next 6 weeks, then we can enjoy it. So that was our plan. It wasn't expensive, we just did little things and the kids got involved. And the final one, obviously, the Soccer World Cup was coming up and I had to get myself a big TV. Right? So this was the happy plan, guys. But the reason I'm showing this for you is, think about the list at the start, the things that are annoying you. And make some simple things and put them down in a visual on a piece of paper. And actually think to yourself, in a short space of time with some simple steps, I can do this. And it might just be something very simple about visiting a relative once a month, or having some family time, or making some more time for the kids, whatever it is. Doesn't matter, it's your plan. So I urge you, link it to when you stop and make your list, make a plan. Okay, keep it really simple. So, how do you see yourself? Which one are you? I bet every day, each day is different. And it might be different during each day. So I don't think it's consistent, but the question is this. I come back to positive mental attitude and not, dancing in the rain. I meet people all the time who tell me stories that make me want to cry. But at the same time, their resilience, their energy, their love of life and their love of Avon and the whole essence of what we do here just inspires me. And that's what we do. It's an Avon family. It's about relationships. And I think whenever times of adverse, you have your own family and you have your Avon family. And I think many of you have experienced that. So are you ready? Let's try that again. Columbus, Ohio, are you ready? 2014 with this product range and your energy, time to buckle up because 2014 fourth quarter is going to be huge for every one of us. Okay, so last question again. Are you a lighthouse or a weather vane?
Lighthouse!
Before I do the final quote, I think it's the final quote today. Before I do that, let's go back one slide actually. I do want to say something about Bob McCoy. I met Bob McCoy back in July. And the one thing I'll say is I've never really worked with Bob before because I was out in the West. And I heard so much about this guy. He is loved by the entire division manager organization, all the field organizations, they love him. His team love him. And as I see it, I see the energy he gives and how hard he works. What I'm gathering as well is that all of you and the representatives across this division have such a bond with him because of the effort he gives and the love he gives to our company and to every representative. Now I'll say this. I'm very impressed by this gentleman. I think he's very talented. But the one thing I'll say is number one in the US. I said to Bob back in July that if you're obviously in sports, you have Hall of Fame, and the Avon's Hall of Fame for division managers is World Sales Leader. Now, when you make World Sales Leader, you are in the Hall of Fame, and the world changes. And I said to Bob back in July, you are poised and ready